Hey everyone, Les here from BG Trading. Hope you are well. Today is January 7, 2022, and as I promised in the last video, I'll be talking about stocks and sectors that I believe could do really well this year, 2022, not just because my thoughts, but based on fundamental value for each company and also macroeconomics and the technical part of the stock price as well. If you wanted to know those stocks, stay with us and let's have a look. Just want to remind you, this is not a financial advice, just us from BG Trading sharing with you how we apply our strategies to know when to buy and when to sell stocks, how we set up targets, stop losses, avoid FOMO and much more, all in this channel. So if you like the way we trade, we have membership program. We have online course that we can teach you how to apply our very same strategies, BG Trading and BGS20, so you can trade yourself. So just take a look on the website, bgtrading.com.au, subscription and online course. Now, let's talk about stocks. What's happening in 2022 is kind of a continuation of 2021, but we will see drastic changes in terms of economy worldwide, sort of still recovering from COVID. But more than that, all the economies is actually adapting to live with COVID. And as much as they want to get rid of, it looks like that pandemic will continue, but most likely to become a normal sort of flu. But now a government start talking about increasing interest rates, and then you saw in the market yesterday, like any time there's some drastic news comes on, market tends to overreact. I think there was an overreaction. If you see oil prices, they are going up regardless. US dollar obviously also start going up again, and that's sort of just a normal part of the cycle. What we need to understand is, okay, now with inflation up as well, they putting the interest rates up to sort of contain the inflation, how much that will impact in the overall economy and on the stock market. Now, for us, if you're talking about the index, then I believe the index could still go up further, but we might be looking into a flat sort of like sideways consolidation type of thing, which could top, the all odds could be topping around 8,000 points, which is not further from what we are at the moment. If you look at 3 videos ago, I'm going to actually put the video here for you, which I'm talking about what are my predictions for 2022 for the all odds. Now, let's talk individual stocks. Now, the first stock I want to talk about is on the travel sector. Again, the travel sector has completely got knocked down by COVID, and now is finally recovering. But because we're talking specifically about stocks in Australia, then the Australian travel sector is still weak compared to pre-COVID levels. So let's jump in the first stock, which is WEBJET. WEBJET, as you can see, we have done analysis for WEBJET, but I believe that WEBJET is a great stock for any investor that want to have exposure to travel sector at the current time. So remember, according to our strategy, BGS20 strategy, BG trading strategy, you want to buy stocks under the red line. Again, under the red line, stocks that has growth prospect, good fundamental, and are linked to the macroeconomic prospect as well. Now, Fly Center is another one, although WEBJET is a stock that I believe is probably has a better fundamental value for growth. I like better. Fly Center does swings a lot more. So you're looking at doing a trading with these stocks. So what we wanted to do is I'm going to show you here the range. Fly Center, sort of this last trade for Fly Center, the stock went up about 68% compared to in the same cycle of WEBJET. In the same cycle, WEBJET went 36%, pretty much half of the swing of Fly Center. So when I'm talking about buying stocks for 2022, what we essentially talking about, it's jumping into stocks that we can trade and make some good 20 to 30% profit. And let's be honest, 20 and 30% profit, if you can do that towards the whole year for your portfolio, then that's great already. It's great return. But again, we can consistently trade the same stock over and over. Like for example, WEBJET last year, if you trade, you could be having opportunities to have like at least 6% of income of sort of a capital growth on that stock for the last trades, and then 100% with Fly Center. So a lot of opportunities to do that, but you need to get the stocks that the swing has the actual behavior that we're looking at to trade. Now, corporate travel management. Again, I'm talking about stocks for 2022. This is like 12 months. 12 months time frame, still like a relatively short term time frame, guys. So just keep in mind that short term for us is still like anything under 12 months, all right? Although our trades normally range from 1 to 3 months, 12 months is still a short term. But within 12 months, you're most likely able to trade 2 or 3 times those stocks that we're talking about. Now, another thing we have as well, and that was just, this is just came up to me yesterday. So lithium carbonate prices jump. Everyone knows about the EV industry picking up, taking over the carbon combustion cars, and I think. Look, this is another article as well. Electric cars to account for 73% of lithium demand by 2030. With lithium prices going through the roof, still rising day by day, week by week, and that's simply a matter of supply and demand. How long is that going to continue? We don't know. But one thing we know, there is only limited supply of lithium at the moment, and not just lithium, but other battery-related materials. And that's exactly where we have been taking advantage of these stocks over the last year with fantastic trades. So now let's talk about stocks that is currently on my radar. Obviously, our VIP members are ready. A lot of them already holding those stocks from early moments, but we go safe first. So the old Oro Cobre, which is now is ALLKEM, it's my best pick for lithium if you want to have sort of if you want to have a good exposure in the lithium sector safely. I would definitely go with ALLKEM. ALLKEM Limited, which is again like used to be the old Oro Cobre. This company, it's expanding its production capacity, almost going to triple it within the next couple of years. The project's already being in development, so it's already producing and it's going to triple the capacity of production. So obviously, this is the key, one of the 5th largest company. Lithium produced in the world. Now, the only thing when buying stocks, any stock, according to BG trading or BGS20 strategy, you gotta buy when the stock is trading under the red line, not after. Now we kind of missed the boat. If you haven't bought it yet, according to our strategy. Again, on the next drop, it will be dropping. It's cyclical, as you can see, goes up, down, up, down, up, down. So all we need to do is just wait for the next time. The SP, the candles, falls under the red line, and then buy it, and then you can either hold or trade this stock, because then based on the massive demand for lithium, based on the fundamental of the company, this is, on my opinion, a good stock for long term and for trading as well. Now, another stock that is very interesting, and then obviously we've been trading and holding that together with our VIP members, is Core Lithium. Core Lithium is still into development phase and is supposed to start commercializing lithium later this year with some offtake agreements on hand. This is the stock that, again, it's going to shift from exploration company to a production company, and lithium again, and then that's could have direct impact on the stock price. But again, we want to be buying when the stock's trading under the red line, and again, like any other stock, sooner or later it will come under the red line, and that's when we buy it. Because if you buy now, you're already missing a great sort of 30% range swing on the share price. Even though you ask me, okay, Les, this going to be $1 or $2 or whatever, so it doesn't matter really. Well, for the long term, doesn't matter as long as the company really delivers its facility completed and start commercializing the lithium carbonate. But for the short term, for what we do here, the BG trading, we always want to be buying under the red line. So this is one stock. Another great stock, which I think, again, we've been trading, Magnis Energy. If you're following us, the Magnis Energy, we've been trading like several times, not just one time, but several times, with trades over 40%. And then the trades we made is all on those sort of uprising here when we buy the stock under the red line, simply like this, always buy under the red line. And then that's what we've done. And again, now we're holding a great position of this stock. We don't want to pump the stock here just because I'm just talking about that this company has a compelling project in a battery factory in New York, which is currently about 50% of the project done. Has quite a few solid off-taking agreements, like bounded off-taking agreements, which give us a great confidence about the medium-term prospect for this very same company, Magnis Energy. So keep tuned for Magnis Energy. And the interesting fact is now Magnis Energy is trading right a little bit above the red line. So it looks like you might be able to buy very, very shortly this stock under the red line. I would just don't jump now, but I would just think about that. Now, this is like obviously companies that we are confident about. Another company that we like is BUBS Australia. Okay, BUBS Australia is it's a company that we've been trading quite a few times. It had been severely affected by the problems Australia and China has been having, the disruption of Daigou channel as well. But the good thing with this company is, first of all, from the technical aspect, it's trading right at the entry point. You see here? This is an entry point for BUBS Australia. If you have entered here, right, you would be easily cut off a 58% share price swing. Now we have a very similar formation as we speak. And the interesting thing is this company has entered into US market just late September 2021. Now, the results of trading in US will come up will start slowly coming up in this first half a year result, and then on the full year result, we probably were going to have a compelling trading prospect from what happened over the last 12 months. But then when the result is released, most likely you would already have missed the boat. So my thoughts on this stock is that we could see this ranging around 70 cents very, very easily over the next 6 months. So if eventually goes to 70 cents, I don't like to predict it, but if eventually goes to 70 cents to fulfill this gap, we'll be talking about like selling before just under 70 cents. We're talking about 45% return from right as we speak. But now let's say if it doesn't go to 70 cents, just go back to the same sort of level, because it might be bouncing, trying to break this newer sort of resistance in there. Then we're still talking about 29 to 30%, pretty much 29%, which is well above the BGS 20 profit threshold, which is 20. We aim for 20%. So you can just apply the strategy BGS 20 now, clock in 20% and get out and move to another stock. But why I'm talking about this stock, because again, like it's one of those companies from the sector, a very hurt sector and undervalued sector at the moment, to be honest, that has overcome somehow the fact that, okay, China is blocking us to grow our business. So we find other markets, and then these guys are into US and start in Europe as well. So that's interesting stock to take a look. Now let's talk about speculative stock, speculating stock. Now, there's one stock that I'm actually speculating. It's VECTION Energy, right? VECTION Energy. Sorry, I'm apologies, not VECTION Energy. VECTION Technologies. We're talking about metaverse company here. Again, like growth stock. This company, as you see, metaverse is the new thing. It's going to be a trend on metaverse, a psychological trend for metaverse. It's been happening last 2 quarters, and I believe in 2022, investors, especially retail investors, are still looking for trends for metaverse stocks. This company, from most of the companies that are being analyzed on metaverse, this is interesting because it actually consults businesses in different industries like healthcare, construction, not just gaming like other companies would do, or use metaverse technology for, but they actually looking to apply metaverse technology to improve software and user experience into different industries. And that's why I'm interested on this company. Now, the interesting thing is, at the moment, the stock's trading under the red line, which means, according to our strategy, technically cheap stock if the macroeconomics and the fundamentals and the growth prospects are favorable, which I believe in this case, again, like a speculative gig, this is a speculative stock, again, could be the case for VECTION Technologies, right? Guys, I'm going to wrap it up here, but I will be bringing more analysis towards this channel over the next few weeks. So stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know in the comments below what you think about these particular stocks that I was discussing. And obviously, if you have any stocks that interested, that really has some compelling fundamental for growth prospect you want us to analyze, please put in the comments below as well. I'll be delighted to take a look and see what we can do in terms of analysis. All right. So thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Today is Friday, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. The whole idea when we designed BG Trading BGS 20 strategy was to use only a set number of indicators to make it simple and clear to understand and to be able to apply our KPIs very easily and very effectively. So you don't have to be any Wall Street smart person to be able to apply those strategies. We really hope this course will help you to make better decisions and make successful trades. See you in the course.